poop stick?
Poop stick? You said you weren't going to do that, Sally.
No, I said, what if I did?
And with that, we're live on Poop Stick.
Next, you won't believe what happens next.
Yeah, this is not BuzzFeed, however. So, hello, good afternoon, evening. It is evening now.
Only 90s kids will remember this poop
you've
stick.
never seen before.
I don't know if I can say that I hate you all, because that would be a lie, but...
I was about to say I love you all.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean by I hate you all.
This orphan.
John F. Kennedy.
So, it's Friday, it's evening. Finally, the sun is down, I think, at this point in Seattle when the show is going live, rather than being kind of a Twilight thing, so it feels more like Exalted to me, because I just associate it with nighttime and all of that. Arya's socks do not match, and that is lovely.
Why would your socks ever match?
Right,
We don't match.
This is the one day my socks match.
Okay.
My
good.
socks do.
Mine are always miscolored.
Boo.
And I even bought
Mine are
a
really
whole
cute.
set that was all like highlighter animal colors.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to Sock Chat here on Geek Space TV.
Like,
Socks
Don't
are
Welcome
great.
to poop stick and socks.
socks aren't meant to match.
No, they're not.
And if you match them, you're not living your best life. Sorry, Tyler.
This is Games of Divinity on Geek Space TV, the Exalted RPG that we run here on Fridays, about ancient heroes in a land of legend, place of fallen kingdoms and gods, of towering wealth and great inequality, and those that have been imbued with the powers of the gods themselves to fight for what is right and to return the world to a more equitable state through either the power of their conviction, the strength of their compassion, or the edge of a sword, depending on how they choose to solve their problems. And frankly, this is Exalted. All of those are good ways to solve problems. So, announcement-wise, we're still looking for some fan art submissions and whatnot, and we'd kind of like you to submit your fan art. And moreover, if you see fan art of stuff from GeekSpace, can you hunt that fan art down and then fill out that sheet, or browbeat the person that did it and get them to fill out the sheet and submit it? Because we want it. We want to see cool stuff.
They have to fill it out.
Oh, they have to fill it out?
Ideally, yes. We want permission.
Please.
Please.
I like pictures.
So,
Me too.
yeah, Blue Heron Games just realized what I was talking about when we were at your birthday, with regards to Svara and the silver hair.
Oh, yeah.
Make certain to browbeat people.
Don't worry about it.
Browbeat people into filling out the fan art submission form. We love fan art. We want to show it. We want to give you credit. And if we don't have the ability to give you credit or your friends credit, then we're just going to sit in a corner and cry and eat old stale potato chips.
I will show you the corner that we cry in. It's right over there.
It's pretty
right
much
behind this
everything
curtain.
that we do in between
kinda
Saturday and
damp.
Yeah, I was gonna
Thursday.
say I
Yeah.
definitely
Still
have
kinda
at
damp from all the
least
tears.
Yeah.
like 4 kettle chips, like stale ones, in my bed right now that I like looked at a couple times today and was like, I know I'm gonna want those later.
At any given point, there's
And
probably
I
stale
didn't throw them
chips.
away. Yeah, I was just
all
like,
Were they
I
the,
know,
was it the
know.
barbecue flavor?
I know that when I made my bed, and was
Before
like,
or
oh,
after the
I'll
barbecue
appreciate
flavor?
Yeah. Salt and vinegar or barbecue?
plain.
That's Exalted.
That's Exalted in a nutshell.
I don't know how that factors in or works, but I'll just run with it because sometimes he
about it.
speaks in riddles.
Exalted.
So, who the hell are we? And
in brown
what are we
bag.
playing here?
Hi, I'm
Going
Steph.
so well.
You can find me on Twitter at CypherJunkie. And I am playing Korosek, who is a tiny sorcerer thief with short wavy hair and giant dragon claws.
Sorry, I just had to do that. She does it way better than I do. Hello there, my name is Algernon Bolden. I'm a developer over at Hairbrained Schemes who makes games such as Shadowrun Returns, Hong Kong, Dragonfall, Necropolis, Golem Arcana, and now we're making Battletech. You can check it out at battletechgame.com. It's back, y'all. Worship. Anyway,
Nice.
I play of the 7th and 2nd Wistful Sigh, also known as Wiz, who is a Twilight group. He's the crafter, the funding, the guy is way too egotistical, and apparently he has a soul that we found out last week.
He's half the funding. Let's be honest here.
All right.
Half the funding.
Have the funding, but all the fun.
I like you.
Ding!
Can't spell principal without pal.
Without
Hello.
Prince.
My name is Aria. You can find me on Twitter at Yankee Soda. Right, I almost forgot. I can do this really cool thing with my eyes. Look.
That is
I can
super
do that.
cool.
No, I
Can we
accept-
make one
yeah.
go in?
Hey, no.
I have separate
Everyone.
control too, yeah.
Stop, just
Nice.
let her have her moment.
No, I'm just like, I'm always excited when other people,
No, I know, right? Yeah. 'cause
when
it's-
other people have
It's a
wonky
cool
eyes.
thing to be able to
It's
do.
like-
Especially if you're in a really boring meeting.
Oh, tell me more.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
my
like-
dad taught me how to do this. It's
like-
cool like that.
Like, how do you think Tyler decided who was going to be in this game?
Yes.
There's people that can
Yeah.
do that.
Yes.
It's half.
My character is Spada. She is super nerd, doctor turned necromancer, and awkward, basically.
Go salad.
Go Salad.
is my nickname.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Andy Solorsano, and on the internets you know me as space_cat189. In this game you know me as Kaz. I'm the cool guy that has a horse from the super cool area of the north.
A horse.
I went ahead.
Horse.
I don't
You have
ride
a
a horse.
I got a furry with like the
It's-
dog
it's-
horse one.
it's
What's
a
it
horse.
called?
This
Dude,
is
it's
a
a
horse.
really weird horse, though.
It's a really
Have you
weird
seen
horse.
it?
It eats meat and some,
Is this because you said Macbeth before the stream? Is this because you said Macbeth before?
I did say this. I did bring up the Scottish. one, I'm sorry.
yesterday, I went ahead and dropped a little hint in my character sheet on the Twitters, but
It's
something
horse.
that you guys don't know is what charms I have. I ended up getting some new charms recently, which
What
I
is
am
a horse
oh
charm?
so excited to
Shokan
use.
looks like
And it
horse.
all involves riding horses.
Got a little pantomime horse bit coming up.
You learn fancy
Guess which
acrobatics?
end?
But what was the horrible like galloping noise like from? He's like,
We need some coconuts.
he just like hits it.
We always need coconuts.
Oh,
Anna,
I should
coconuts.
name Shokan Horse.
Horse the pup.
I love that movie.
Actually work that well.
Hi. Wait, coconuts don't actually work that well, Anna? Is that what you just threw? No.
You have to like do a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I just wanted
And
that.
a drop in the
The
knowledge.
shells, you need to like hollow it out.
I was thinking about.
I'm glad that you.
Okay.
I'm glad that you like have tried this so intense. Anna is like letting us all know right now that.
My microphone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That coconut shells don't actually work
I
that
also thought she was
well
talking about
to
other
make
uses for coconut shells
galloping
and not working that well. I'm
sounds.
like, but
so.
do they?
And
Like-
just so you
Oh,
know,
I
like
see.
during a show, Anna just leaves her body and floats around above us in a circle, just giving
usually
us
asleep
instructions.
over there.
Yeah.
With perfectly hollowed out, like engineered coconut shells, though. So
Yeah.
it's galloping.
Yeah.
This works.
I'm hello. I'm Sally. You can find me on the internet at Silly Jupiter on Twitter and Silly Jupiter also on Twitch, all one word. Twitch streamer, small comedian, and I play Zara Hava of the Golden Tongue, Priestess of the Unconquered Sun, and I'm a bit of a wordsmith, sort of leading the current expedition, and I also have a stunted lion cub named Anshul, who I carry around as sort of my chihuahua of sorts. Very, very
It's kind of a
prissy
dangerous
sort of
chihuahua,
thing.
though.
So. Hey, it might be. Anshul hasn't done anything wrong yet.
No, Anshul's been pretty dope.
Anshul's very, very
I
pampered.
barely remember Anshul was there half the time.
So yes, Priestess of the Unconquered Sun, Zara. Yes, I never know how to end it. Just
I don't know,
Start
I don't-
talking. Just start talking, please.
I did the exact opposite of what you said.
That never happens either.
My name is Marcus, or Drunkly Romantic. You can find me on the internet at Drunkly Romantic on Twitter and also at Twitch at Drunkly Romantic. Not at Drunkly Romantic, www.tv/Twitch.
You're doing too much of
Two-
that, you ass just now.
colon underscore.
colons?
I'm a motherfucking tornado of creativity and pain.
But you have two buttholes.
If you're not watching me, you're wrong. No, I don't know.
Also true.
My name is, I'm playing a character named Monos, who is a drunken traveler with a lot to learn about that. I think we're going to kind of learn a little bit about it today, so we'll see. That's all I got to say. Also, check out everyone, just another shout out for everyone here. Check them out on Twitter. They're all wonderful. I love them. Now go, now avert your eyes to the dressed man who is dressed in a
As
fashion
opposed to
other than, I'm not done with my sentence, I can fix it.
It's over there. Just
Look at
go
the
right
look at
there.
the guy with the shirt and the
And now
other
look
shirt.
at me and look at
Look back.
Look away. Look back again.
That thing you like, now it's exalted.
This is exalted.
So I'm Tyler Carpenter. I am also an employee of Harebrained Schemes. I make video games. I talk a lot on Twitter. I have opinions. Occasionally I'll shout about poetry in Japan at people. And other times I'll shout about art all over the internet because it's cool. ADARAEL is my Twitter handle, so follow that. What's up?
It's all posted.
Oh, good. It's all posted below. And
That's the same.
also, I note from chat that Aria, if you could speak up.
Okay.
You are a very quiet individual.
Sorry.
Could you, Aria, real quick, could you just say, my waffles?
My waffles.
Okay, we're good. Are the levels
They're
good?
the smallest, most lovely little waffles, though. Like my waffles.
They're my
She's like
precious waffles.
those little Eggos that are in 4.
I missed those.
Oh no, they
Like
still
the cinnamon ones?
Yeah, the dunks. Yeah, no, they
Dippy
still make
Dunkers.
those.
They
Yeah,
call
yeah,
them the Dippy
dunk-
Dunkers.
Yeah, no, you can still. I mean, hey, gross out.
Just trying to aim the mic here. Aria's face a little better.
Guys,
Yeah, you can
Check
still
my
get
check
dunkers.
1 2 on 2.
my name is David, and I got to poo. That's all I went. That was my
1, 2,
impression.
1, 2.
That was my
I know
impression
that
of
one of those
Andrew.
things are-
That was my
are-
impression of
are
Andrew.
definitely not true.
That worked.
Exalted.
Oh,
It's the brown bag.
God, we've been talking about poo so much.
It's been a
Like, this
poo
is the
day.
worst.
I'm
I don't
gonna
even like talking about poo.
Yep.
I'm gonna
double Xing it.
X card this poo talk.
Can we just X
We're done.
card like today?
No, well,
Oh.
I like you.
I like today.
I like today a lot, actually.
So,
people.
recap. Previously on Exalted, the 5 Solar and 1 Abyssal had taken their airship to the southeast of Hermopolis and the areas that they had been staying in primarily to try and find evidence of a Solar who had been gathering the desert tribes together with an intent, apparently, to challenge the realm and raise a kingdom out of these nomadic desert individuals. They sailed through the sky and landed a few times to try and get information about Soam, the woman who had wronged Monos by killing his dog. And along the way, they discovered that she had been through there, along with Kaz's sister Solveig. They had been moving southeast towards where the desert Bedouins were supposedly at. Therefore, they continued towards the Bedouins, found evidence of their budding civilization, and set their airship down at some distance with the intent to go make themselves known, announce their presence, and generally treat with these individuals in a diplomatic fashion. As they were approaching, it seemed that the individuals drawing the desert tribes together knew of their arrival, either through spies or divinations or some method. And they were met with much fanfare by a man who looked like he was from the realm satrapy of Anteng, very Chinese-style dress. I believe I described him as Takeshi Kaneshiro from Redcliffe. And his spouse, a gender-changing wolf jackal human being. He announced himself as Copper Scribe of Heaven, Chosen of the Unconquered Sun, many other superfluous titles, and his spouse was known as Jackal of the Dusts, apparently a southerner of what are known as the Lunar Exalts, the Exalts of the moon who can change shape and shift between animal forms as well as being people. With much fanfare, Copper Scribe of Heaven invited the other Solars in, and sought to understand their plans, and vice versa, because Zarahava was definitely interested in what was going on in this gentleman's world. And he made it known that he would no longer stand for the cruelties and injustices of the realm, and he sought to draw these Bedouins together and forge a new civilization with new laws and new traditions that could raise up cities and armies to challenge the realm itself and cast down any who would abuse their power and ruin the lives of the unprotected and weak of the South. Which, as far as I could tell, Zarahava was like, yeah, all right, down with it. 2 thumbs up. Wist had some opinions about that. To help me with this recap, would you like to explain Wist's opinion on this? And
Yes.
would you like to explain Zarahava's opinion on this?
Wiss has actually been quietly starting a rebellion of his own since before he was even exalted. And his basis of it is based on logistics. He believes that no war can happen without a full plan, and that if you go in with only courage, only those that have might will win and everyone else will suffer. So he believes that if you do it before everyone is ready, many will die before you see victory, even if ultimately that is the way you need it to be.
And Zarahava's opinion?
How much can I give away about?
As much as you like.
Let's see something. Zara is very proud of being a Solar, even though that is a secret, and she has sort of a greater mission to really make Solars and Exalts, sort of the ruling group in the world, and she 100% is on this same side, which is a problematic view, though, because not all Solars are good, and all power should not rest with one specific group, but that's where Zara is at. So.
And people had in turn asked about Solveig and Soam, who had theoretically come through here. And they learned that indeed Soam and Solveig had come through and had sought Copper Scribe's assistance, which he denied them because he did not believe in their quest to war against heaven itself and overthrow the gods. He did seem a bit indifferent about the position of terrestrial gods with regards to his own power structure and plans for nation building, but did not seem interested in picking a fight with Soam. He gave Monos directions about which direction that she had been headed. In turn, they had spent the night there and had met several others. They had met Gwir, a creature known as a Jala, which is a mutant type of human that's very short. They've got white skin with like black panda block markings on it. And refresh my memory, you wanted to bring Gwir along to
Take down the Hecaton carrier.
that's right, to be a little assassin, because the Jala are known for being thieves and assassins and causing a ruckus. In addition, Svara had met a large man known as Stone Shattering Heart, who claimed to have known her from a previous life. But he himself seemed confused about what that meant, and essentially was like, well, I guess we'll run into each other again in the future if it's destined to be. If it's not, it was interesting seeing you.
I did not know that was Stone Shattering Heart.
Yep. Gotta find the lady who's good at killing things and wants to murder things.
Okay.
Yep. Besides, it couldn't be you again.
Yeah, no.
This is a running thing with me. You'll find out more later. The next morning, they reboarded the airship with their captain and Felicans and sailed west.
Everyone's favorite exalted character.
Pelicans, yeah.
Are we kidding? Like that's my favorite character in the whole thing.
Spirit squids.
I have
too,
given the Felicans
Oh, yeah.
names at this point.
That's good.
David
Yeah.
M. Pelican.
And-
Lucius Pelican.
On the airship, they sailed west towards where Soam had last been seen. And in the process of trying to track her down, discovered an Anasazi-style cliff pueblo carved into the side of a mountain range with bodies strewn everywhere and evidence of mass slaughter. They put the airship down and approached these cliffs. In the distance, they saw Solveig, who also looked back and met eyes with Kaz, shook her head, and cast a spell so that she could disappear. From there, they engaged in conversation with Soam, who did describe knowing Monos in a previous life, and intimated that she had killed not his dog, but his son, and also intimated that she had done so in order to awaken his essence and ensure that he had a purpose in life. And so with that, we start. Both parties still fairly distant. Shouting distance, certainly. 60, 70 feet. But not within easy charge range. Soam with her enormous white jade Reaver Diclave over her shoulder. Dressed in similarly white jade lamellar armor. Little squares of jade that are bound together with orichalcum wire. Nice emblem painted across the front. Cloak billowing in the wind. And apparently alone, but given everything that you've heard, she's probably not in any way, shape, or form alone. Monos, Zarahava, Kaz, Svara, Wist, and Korosek in the distance. Do you like your friends, Monos?
Do I like them?
Yes. They
Yes.
serve you well?
They're my associates, yes. I do care for them. Something that you could learn a thing or two from.
She flips the diclave around and puts the point down, holding onto the handle, and sort of leans over one of the big toppled stones from whatever civilization had built this cliff face. You ever wonder why it is that you ran into him in that cage? I bound his fate to yours. You had no one. I thought that I'd give you a pittance since I've cursed you.
Where did you get this power?
It was given to me, having been stolen from the gods themselves.
And you think that makes you anything than who you are?
No, I think it makes me more of who I am. You ever wonder why it is that after I killed your boy, your dog, he could never crawl out of a bottle? There's always one nearby when you need it. Even if you're broke in a gutter, someone drops a bottle. There's always a way to crawl back inside. I've been waiting for you to crawl out for a year.
Monos takes his flask and throws it to the ground.
That's the spirit.
I clap a little too.
So what is it now?
What does it benefit you to be doing the things that you're doing? What is it? What is so important about this?
To destroy the gods and retake heaven for ourselves?
What does my son have to do with this? What do I have to do with this? You could have gone about your own way. You knew. You knew
Power
what you did.
requires a sacrifice. And in your case, the only thing of value you had was your boy. But you named him Dog, like a possession, not like a real human being. So I thought, if you name him Dog, you can always get a new dog.
He was my son. I didn't know any better. He was around my feet. His mother dropped him off with me. He would have been dead without me. I didn't know how to raise a kid.
He was the key to your power awakening, and that is of more value than one boy. Shall we then? Or are we going to talk all day?
Do you remember a game I played with my dog? Do you happen to remember? You weren't around as much, but do you happen to remember?
Oh, you played a lot of games. You're going to have to refresh my memory. Was it the one about getting to crawl into tight spaces under the cart to fix it because his hands were small?
No, but
Or was it hiding from you when you got drunk and angry?
So, before our battle, I'd like to invite you to play a little game with me. Simple. I know you're a little ways away, but I'm sure you can see. Pick a hand.
Left.
Monos lifts up his hand to reveal a smiley face. As the other hand goes down to his hip to pull off one of his flame wands. And sends as large of a blast directly in Soam's direction. Just a test, mostly just a test to see where she's at.
The range is about 10 feet too short as it splutters out and just sort of flickers into ash and embers. Gonna have to do better than that.
We're just getting started, Soam.
How about we play a game of my choosing as well?
I don't speak for the rest of my group, but I will speak for myself, and anything that you can do, I would love to partake in.
Have you ever been to the Flame Peak's farthest southern reaches, where the volcanoes spit fire from the ground?
I've seen it.
I went there and I walked through the fire and I stole some of it. Fantastic stuff. It's like rock and pudding in your hand at the same time. Burns anything it touches, except for me. So I think perhaps everyone, if you like fire so much, and she reaches her hand up and pulls it, and there's a sudden crack in the center of her face as it splits partway apart, and you're suddenly able to see angles of her head that you should not be able to, like things from the back of it, like a cubist painting almost. And underneath there's this swirling black constellation that seems to warp light around it, and the ground rumbles and an explosion happens.
Fuck.
Now you probably want to
You
roll
hear
initiative.
Coruscant go, fuck.
What are we rolling for?
Join battle. It is down on the bottom of your sheet.
Lightning battle fate.
And that's it, just initiative?
Yep. It's just I've already rolled for them while we were setting up.
Where's that?
Oh, that's
I am...
pretty good.
Did you find it, Sally?
What?
It's
Find initiative?
bottom right. Join battle.
You just roll that number.
It's-
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Just roll that number of dice.
Okay.
7 and above.
Do zeros count as doubles?
They do.
Okay.
This is a shitty one.
And- all right. So
Out
while
of-
we're going around, while I'm dealing with people, each of you be thinking about what you want to do.
7.
All right. So 7.
Got
Monos on
Good.
10. You got a 4.
bunch of zeros.
Kaz, 3. Svara.
3.
Whist.
5.
And in stealth. I
Yep,
think.
yep. You should be in stealth. All right. On 12, as the ground itself erupts around Somme, giant stacks of rock blow out of the ground, and the cliff face itself shatters and splits as lava begins pouring out of various spaces. The wind has begun to pick up, and a sandstorm is brewing, as though out of nowhere she has commanded the very elements themselves to come do her bidding. I am Somme, she who will shatter heaven. None may vouchsafe me. Come and face your doom, Monos.
I'm going to be honest. She's never done this before. This is new.
And with that, she will hold her action, waiting. Because she can reserve that for a clash if she wishes to meet you sword to blade, or flame to sword, I should say. At the same time, a ripple erupts in the distance as a thing steps out of where it was hiding. It is a womanish thing whose skin is both white and black in spiraling patterns, who has no facial features whatsoever, simply hair tied up in this elaborate pinned-in coif, with a pair of swords in her hands, and she lacks anything resembling human features. She's got a loincloth on, but there's no navel, there's no nose, there's no mouth. Oh no, is it popping?
Just a shame-based loincloth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
speaker,
terrible.
That speaker right there is.
Ooh.
Oh. Nope. I'm looking at you. You behave.
Are you talking about that speaker?
It's earlier
Yeah, it
was
is.
doing it
It's-
with
It's, that one is correct.
Yeah, that one's.
Yeah, it's not. It's something about.
I'll tell you what. Just turn this one the hell down.
It's going through one.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Can you just unplug it?
And then string your hair.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, you do you then. My apologies. This is undoubtedly Cindeline, the mistress of assassins, the god that Somme had at her beck and call. Also, further in the distance, there are a number of flaming eruptions as several Garda birds appear. They are elementals of fire. And they have, think Garuda from Indian mythology, but they have this blank-faced look on them as though they have been bound or commanded to be her servants, rather than are here of their own free will.
Dang.
Also, yes, chat, I did post a picture of Cindeline. It was about 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Yes.
Um,
Gorgeous art.
So, it also steps out of its hiding place, making itself known, but holds its action. On 10, we've got Monos.
What is the distance from Somme?
You are at medium range currently. If you make a rush action, you can get into short range and fire at her. But you've also got charms that you might want to activate, or things of that nature.
Yes,
She is still standing with the sword in the sand, staring you down.
And hopefully they'll bear with me too, because
Yes.
I'm trying to learn that we just got some. I got some new things, and I'm trying to figure out how to use them.
Yes.
Do I have to use Kiss of the Sun concentration to take the form first?
No.
Or do I have to-
No.
So I can just go straight.
Each
Righteous
charm,
Devil
you can
form.
just do the charm.
Okay, Righteous Devil form.
All right.
I'd love to initiate that.
Describe righteous devil form as you stride forward.
I'm going to read it real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Tyler, would you like to describe Righteous Devil for us?
I can do that. As he steps forward, rocks and pebbles begin to float off of the ground. Did you want to throw him something at this point?
Actually, I will. I didn't know I had to
Because,
wait till my turn.
This is sort of an interrupt action that will take you. You can interrupt by virtue of not doing anything this first round.
Alright, so, Monos,
Just killing it.
wait. You're going to face death. Don't take shit with you. And I throw over a knapsack bag And as it throws in the air, the knapsack bag actually begins to burn as two perfect flame pieces just seem to glow on fire, flipping in air, landing at your feet.
These are artifact flame pieces that he has retroactively crafted because he has a charm that allows him to retcon having finished them.
I look up at Soam and I look over and I put my finger. I have my fingers up like this. Like, hold on. And I put them down and I stick them between the little holsters and I spin them right back up.
I believe that the name for those is Requiem in Dust.
That's a long name. I'm not going to remember that. Thank you.
You could call them the Pew Pews if you wanted.
I'm going to call them the Fire Murders. It's too religious for me.
Pew-pews.
Of note, you will actually see that
My knees can't take it anymore.
on the hilt of each one, there's actually 3 indentations that are perfectly fitting for a coin on each one.
Yep.
I look at the one that's in my right hand, and I happen to have 3 coins, and I'm looking for my 4th, so I insert the 3 coins into the slots, the coin receptacle, as I like to call them.
And a little plastic bubble comes
Yeah,
out.
what a little, does it shoot a little...
It's a gotcha pop
little-
machine.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Yeah. And then Righteous Devil form.
All right, so Righteous Devil form
Thank you.
causes him
Thank
to, as he steps
Oh,
forward,
thank you, properly.
he takes on and that's 10 motes?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. As he steps forward, rocks begin to float off the ground, pebbles and whatnot, as he takes on a terrifying visage, essentially. Suddenly, everyone that looks upon him that has ever felt reason to be guilty over something or feels shame feels it well up inside their chest as his judgment passes across the battlefield via his gaze.
I should never have stolen that milk as a child.
It's
Give me
only
that.
people that have guilt towards.
No, it's just in general if you have guilt.
So literally everyone just feels really guilty right now.
Yeah, but he's not directing his gaze at you, so it's not
We're
super
all-
present. It's more like, I remember stealing that pie when I was 5. Shit.
Righteous Devil is all about judgment.
While this is
Stealing that
happening,
pie when I was 24.
Yep.
I take the 2 new flame guns and I burn a trail as I'm walking backwards to Soam. I burn a trail, just 2 trails that even, and then I turn and look at her, and behind my back, I use the fire trail to make a frowny face. And I look at them like, I'll thank you if we live.
Take me by living.
No promises.
Cool. Do you want to take an attack, or is your attack largely showing off? Because that's valid.
Largely showing off.
All right, give me the presence, essence, and charisma roll, and add an automatic success for showing off.
So presence. Oh God.
Charisma?
Charisma. Okay, and you said intelligence.
And essence. It's
Essence,
1 die
essence,
for you.
essence. What is the other one? I'm losing my. I'm so sorry.
So it is charisma and presence. It's a skill on the side. It's under P.
Oh, right there. 0. Okay.
0.
cool.
Okay. And you get an automatic success, and you add a die to that.
1, 2, 3, and then on an success, so 4 successes out of 4.
Okay. Is your charisma 3 or 4?
3.
Okay, cool. Then perfect amount. So with 4, the wave of fear, terror, and judgment washes out from him as the Garter birds begin to stop and look around like, what? Who is this creature? On 9, Korosek.
So the Garudas, they're bound to somebody?
Yes.
Is there a way that I know I can break it?
Give me an occult and intelligence. All right, so this area has been geomantically consecrated previously. She wanted to have a fight here. She was planning on it. And there have been a number of geomantic anchors put in to bind both the elemental effect here and sway over the gods here.
Wait, can I sense where they are?
Yes, but they're not anywhere nearby. And if you want to go break them, that's going to be some counterspelling action you're going to have to get in on.
Yeah, but like how far? Like how I have to go find them?
Probably a good...
With a 10, do I know how many points there are?
Yeah, there are a total of 3 points. It's a triangular space. and you're looking at.
How many range bands? Like.
You're probably looking at maybe 200 to 300 yards between each one of them. It's a large area.
Okay. I'm gonna stalking wolf attitude for sure, focusing on the assassin god for now, and I'm gonna jump up towards the cliff to get a better view
All right.
of where I am.
You gonna monkey leap that?
Yeah, gonna monkey leap that. If my animal's burning, I can just turn it off, right?
You spend an extra mote and it stops burning.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's burning.
So,
then I'd imagine I'm just. How high are these cliffs? Like.
Maybe 150 yards.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
As
Done.
Korosek begins leaping 30, 40 meters at a time, Incredible Hulk or Spider-Man style, from rooftop to rooftop, making her way up the cliff face.
The lightest touch, and no rocks fall, and sometimes you could swear you saw her jump off a lava flow
like
right
a
up.
flame gout.
And I have
essentially.
Hesha with me, but I want her to wait in hiding.
Yeah, do you have a mental command for Hesha, for what you want her to do? So that I don't forget about
Disrupt
her.
spells.
Okay.
If those Garudas do something, disrupt them.
She can do that.
Silence. She's DPS. She's great. Yeah.
Yep.
She's range DPS.
I think we're.
She's my druid. She's my druid cat.
She's
gonna
range
reboot it?
DPS. Yeah,
She's my druid cat.
All right.
she's got a silence.
We're rebooting the audio because Sirenscape is crackling. It's unfortunate, but all right. Unholding their actions, Soam. Now that you have you've engaged the and that beats her resolve, mind you. Your intimidation does beat Soam's resolve. Now that you have made your presence known and you have shown the true nature of what you are, she's going to engage some of her charms. Oh, I have these out of order. That would explain why I cannot find them. 1 second.
There's so many.
Oh, that would explain why. I didn't take it out. She will engage, first off, her athletics charm, known as Perspective Inversion Field, that allows her to triple leap and dash distances, plus 2 dice to rush you. As she flashes suddenly, as the shift in her face snaps back together, and suddenly there are lines of white light running across her face and down her arms, and her eyes have begun to glow as she snaps forward as though she was always there, like a horror movie almost.
The horror movie.
That's what she does.
Soam 2.
And she will successfully rush.
7.
The final 7.
The final Soam.
Hopefully.
1, 2. And she will engage Single Vision Harmony and just Single Vision Harmony first off as she steps in, and her sword is suddenly at your neck as though it were always destined to be there, swinging across it and reducing the target number on her attack roll from 7 to 6. Whoop. 1, 2. Your parry or evasion, whichever is higher.
At the bottom.
You just roll
Right
it.
hand.
No,
it's
just
a
the number.
No, it's just the number.
5.
5. All right, she scores 12.
Oh shit!
And your final soak.
Final soak. 8.
All right, that means that she will only roll 15 dice for damage as she slams the sword into Monos' chest, blowing him backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. As Monos drops an initiative, because it's a withering attack, it's not actual damage, as she slams him backwards and flips the sword back around, ready for the next attack.
So I lose an initiative point?
You lose 4 initiative points.
4 initiative.
I'm tracking that.
Okay, good.
This is my job.
Okay, good.
And plants and as she flips the sword back around. This has always been your destiny. I have brought you to this point so that you can realize who you really are.
It's always been the destiny for you to beat up an old man.
You seem to be doing all right, old man. You can't fool me.
I get around.
Whist.
Dr. No Name,
Yes.
would you like to do a dance with me to face a god?
Perhaps.
Just stand close, I will protect
Perhaps. Okay. I'm standing close.
I'll defend your flesh if you defend my soul. You, the assassin. Let's see what you do without trickery as I draw my artifact.
All right.
And begin to spin it at near superhuman speeds.
Okay.
It's a taunting action, that's it.
All right, you are taunting her. Come on, Sirenscape, do good.
Let's roll for Sirenscape.
Oh,
Yeah. What do we have
Oh,
to
I got
roll
3
for
8s.
Sirens?
That's
Also-
good, right?
Also, can I have like Sirena just in the air in case
Yeah.
somebody falls in the fucking lava?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's literally her job.
yeah.
Okay,
So that's fine.
cool.
Sides. I got 10 sides.
Because I don't trust anybody else to actually know what they're doing.
Let me know if it starts crashing. So you begin. You want to taunt?
Yes.
All right. Give me a charisma and presence,
Presence, huh?
because you're not close enough to strike her with the
Not yet, because I can only do
rope dart. So it has to be ranged.
Yep. I do have reach, but I don't think I'm within.
No,
yeah.
she's at long range at this point.
Yeah, I need to be within medium or better. I got. Is that 6 or 9? This is 9. 4.
There we go. Now it goes into the speakers. So you got 9.
No, I got 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
That is enough to draw her attention towards you, and she begins making her way in your direction.
I've never fought a god before.
It's the first time for everything.
Monos then a split second later says, "This is the first time." Oh, she got it. She beat me to it.
Right. Next up, we've got Zarahava.
So is the ground still ablaze?
Yes, there is fire and lava everywhere. It is a dangerous and treacherous battlefield.
And I'm still in the original position. correct?
Yes, you're a ways
Uh,
back.
So, but she's technically closer now.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's within rush range.
Okay, so I mean, to be honest, her witty quips are kind of getting to me.
I'm not the centaur of attention.
As a woman with her own way with words, I'm quite bored of all of this, and I'm gonna use vicious lunge, and I go straight across the ground for her by the throat, and then hold her and immediately toss her directly onto the ground as far as I possibly can. I guess we will see. An attempt to just throw her straight into the flames, which cannot burn her, but maybe at force.
That's fair. Is that going to be a Heaven Thunder Hammer? Or is it just a standard throw?
It was vicious lunge. Can I use 2 charms?
Yes, you can.
Okay, yeah.
It's a lot easier for you to use just Heaven Thunder Hammer.
Okay, I thought I had used vicious lunge to go.
Vicious Lunge will
Is she
allow
close enough that I can?
Yes. With Vicious Lunge, it'll allow you to grab a hold of her and continue to hold her. But if all you want to do is instantly knock her back, I'll just let you use Heaven Thunder Hammer to
I just
want
to grab her. I just want to go straight, grab her by the neck, hold her up, and then toss her
Sure.
in a very bored manner. Because
All right. Give me, first off, you've got a rush stat there down at the bottom.
3.
All right.
So.
Give me a roll of 3 then. That should actually be slightly higher now. It should be 4.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to update that on your
Okay.
sheet. My bad. Yeah, I'll give tabletop audio a go. Sorry, viewers.
3.
Sometimes things are just, it is the way it is.
We can have I can crouch off screen and just go.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Exalted Bonus Kombat. Thank you,
Is that what
Andrew.
you get on the rush?
3.
All right, that's good enough. You rush inside, and now it is a melee or a brawl and dex attack from you. And if you use the die pool for your artifact weapon down there, it's the claws.
Yeah.
That will give you a better result because you've got them on and they count as being unarmed because they're gloves.
So. I'm sorry, I'm not.
On
Okay,
the-
so using. How do I.
See the far thing that says dice pool?
Yeah, so
Roll that
it
number of
has
dice.
4. Okay, so it has 7.
Parentheses
12?
12? It's 12.
So I roll 12
That is
without
correct.
looking at my other ones. All right. Hell yeah. Ooh.
All right, let's see what we can do here with tabletop audio.
It's not plugged into the stream at all right now, so
What?
it's just playing on the speakers. So play anything and find out.
All right, sure, I can do that.
Just play some Woodkid or something.
Oh my god, yes.
Right?
Oh, but then we would get banned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we
you
get
don't wanna do
silenced.
that.
Yeah.
But yes, Woodkid,
Woodkid's
guys, you
perfect for
should,
this.
like, oh
Like,
my god.
specifically,
6.
iron right now
6.
is what's going in my head.
Oh,
Yeah.
with that, she brings up the sword almost casually to slap you away, but you just slip in right below and grab her by the throat, lifting her off the ground and hurl her
Your
into
quips
the
are
lava.
boring.
Who was that
Badass.
too?
So,
Oh, nice. Good job.
No, to you. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be right.
quips are boring.
What is there is an OVW value on that weapon.
On Lion's Grasp?
Yes.
3.
Roll 3 dice.
Okay.
Ooh.
These are like retractable claws.
And she has gloves that have golden lion claws that eject from the fingertips.
2.
2. All right. With that, you have successfully wounded some of her initiative, knocking yourself up higher in the initiative track and knocking her down.
Pride myself in my ability to break one's spirit, mostly.
And all together now, Svara and Kaz and Lesser Gods.
So I'm gonna release the Nephrak first
All
and
right.
foremost.
Release the Nephrak.
And so it looks like everybody sees like the shadow of a giant lotus, and it just unfurls, and then
Out pops his Nephrak.
out pops the Nephrak, gnashing its teeth and maybe foaming at the mouth of it 'cause it's very excited.
It's not like doing like a
Can we
pose,
describe Nephrak again, too?
Yes, it's the faceless monstrosity of a ghost that has been trapped in the hellscape of a god's nightmares for several thousand years and has since lost its ability to understand anything.
So,
All right,
super
well, I'll just turn it off.
cute.
It's my best buddy. I'm not gonna lie. We do
Okay.
a lot of studying
Corsac does
together.
not hear this. But
We're just doing that
we're
in front of
just
you.
study buddies, whatever.
Stream, I apologize. The popping and whistling is still continuing. We'll fix it for next time.
And then, can I reanimate all the dead bodies around me?
You can begin doing so, yes.
Okay, do I have to do Shadowland, Circle, Necromancy?
Yes, you do. That's when you begin weaving the necromantic spell and
Yeah.
generating sorceress motes.
For this, my other question for the hands thing, do I need to do Necromancy first?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Got some new stuff. Still figuring it out. Alright, so I will start to weave Shadowland, Circle, Necromancy.
Which spell are you casting?
The hands.
All right, cool. Give me an occult and intelligence. And Kaz is?
Who's closest to me? What enemy?
You're pretty much equidistant between the Mistress of Assassins and Soam, and also pretty much the same distance from 2 of the Garderbirds.
Okay. And they're all
And you
about,
can
like,
see other lesser gods beginning to stream out from inside the Anasazi-style ruins.
Oh, great.
Earth elementals and crystalline creatures that look like they are simply local things that have been bound to Soam's will.
And you said, so it's about like 60 feet from anyone.
Yep.
Corsac is so mad about this
you
cheating
have
right
been
now.
ejected up onto the top of a giant platform.
Okay. Oh, so they're all down.
Yeah, and there's...
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, you're up high.
Okay, in that case, I am... Okay, so Shokan's, like, right with me.
I thought you were on Shokan, honestly. Like...
Oh, no, he's just standing next to me.
Okay, well then you're
Yeah.
butt to butt, I guess.
So I'm... It's a little weird.
That's buddy Steve.
He's not that
Boy
kind of
is
friend.
tough.
So, okay. I'm going to jump, and Shokan's going to jump down.
All right.
I'm going to use Soaring Crane Leap so I don't get a boo-boo.
Activate that.
And then
Anti-boo-boo
I'm also... I'm going to try to just dive onto somebody with my sword.
All right.
Just make sure it's not. You
Right
should specify
down.
not a teammate.
It's not on anyone that
The
I'm
Mistress
friends
of
with.
Assassins is the closest one in that direction.
Do it.
Maybe go, maybe
All right,
go
give
for
me-
the heart, liver.
I got a bad feeling about this, but
some-
okay.
Yeah,
Melee,
so do I. So
see,
do I.
again
So
on
do
the
I.
die pool for your sword. Roll that number of dice.
Yours. Hers.
It's on the far right. Oh, yeah, the one in
stuff that's in
parentheses.
the parentheses?
Yeah, because that's with all of the bonuses from the sword.
Oh, do you have a nice sword?
And then plus melee?
No, it's just that.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yep.
So I really hope that Jahar's doing a good job watching Anshul right now.
He's like, Cat belly rubs. The best belly rubs that
He
have
better
belly.
be taking
Oh, wait, is
care
it
of her.
is it too late for me to use Excellent Strike?
Nope. Go
Cool.
ahead.
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, because it's a new charm. You didn't know. You didn't.
I
know that
really
yet.
wanted to use it too.
That gives you an automatic success, and you reroll ones.
So
Until they
just
stop
like a regular
appearing.
success rate?
What's that?
Just like a regular success.
Yes, it's just an automatic regular success, and if you have any ones, you reroll them until they stop being ones.
Okay. Oh, I gotta re-roll it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah. Ooh. 4.
All right, with a 4, you leap down, sword blazing, and are swatted aside by the
Ow.
Mistress of Assassins.
Ow.
And
I
go
don't like
tumbling
that.
into the dust.
But Shokun's fine, right?
Shokun's totally fine.
It's the important
That's all
thing.
that
Your,
matters.
her attention is now turned away from you towards him, and she will unhold her action because you are there.
Ow.
And as you go tumbling, she warps forward and kicks you in the side so that you get catapulted up into the air, and slams both swords down into your side as you go catapulting forward.
Ah, that's my good side.
Favorite side. It's my best
My
side.
favorite side.
And your parry or evasion, whichever is higher.
It's the same. Bad.
3. You don't. You're not rolling. It's just
No, just
Oh
the
wait,
number.
it's
Is-
4, yeah.
That's 4. Guess what? She misses. Wow. Just like you missed her, she misses you.
It's like that good kind of bad.
Yeah, as you
like the
bring
Run
the-
DMC bad.
Bring the sword up and deflect both of her blades as she brings them down, leaving Korosek charging rooftop to rooftop in the distance, hidden from sight, Whist with his rope dart meteor hammer whipping around him, Svara beginning to work necromancy, Zarahava having thrown Soam into lava, and Monos largely JoJo posing, I guess.
The JoJo pose, yo.
That's what he does. He's JoJo
Is that
posing.
it? Is that good?
It is good. It is good. Everybody loves JoJo poses, especially Claudia. So bonus is there. The garter birds will act.
Get a bonus.
Garter birds can't see Korosek, but they do seem to be roughly guarding those geomantic points that are maintaining the effects.
Oh, so there's only 2 of them though.
3 of them.
There are 3. Okay.
And there is a 4th, but it's sort of in the center, and it's just sort of like hovering, making certain that, anything that's bad, it can fight. The garter birds will engage the Rapture of the Flame, I think it's called. Everybody's resolve. What is everybody's resolve?
Can I know what my necromancy did for
4.
Yes, give me a roll on that.
It was 7.
7. You are about halfway there.
Okay.
So we're exact dice for.
It's just the number. It's not a roll. It's just-
2.
Oh, 2.
4.
the one in the center, 2, 4.
3.
Okay, those of you with a resolve less than 4 are suddenly terrified by the garter bird in the center as it bursts
Even
into flame.
me, really?
You have a 4, don't you?
That's fine.
No,
I'm
I
in the
have
center.
2 for resolve, but I don't get. I feel like I don't. I should.
You have a. What's your integrity?
Well, my resolve should be higher, right? Because I have my integrity.
No, it's. I've already factored that in.
Okay.
Oh, 0.
Yeah, that's why.
What? No.
yeah, that's why.
Only I'm allowed to be terrifying.
It
This
erupts
isn't
into
fair.
flame and is
good
suddenly
game.
crackling with lightning and fire, raises one wing, and meteors begin to fall from the sky.
In any
How
particular
long am I
place? The
terrified
middle?
for?
An AoE effect, one might say.
Does that one happen to be a little terrified of me?
Yes.
Just for the future reference.
Warlock, one might say.
You have lore? Do you have a cult? Monos, Monos, I mean.
Oh. I don't believe I have lore or cult because they're not important to me.
I am.
I do.
You are. But that's what you know
Stamina is
that.
5?
My stamina should be something like that.
5 or 4.
Does it help that I have a 5 in the language of love?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it's 3.
Oh, it's 3, okay. And your
What am I
stamina?
terrified for?
My stamina.
Yep.
4.
I'm so
2.
scared.
Ah!
2, okay.
No, I'm not scared.
I'm super fast, but so tiny.
3. Oh, you got 3, I thought.
Wait, no, you're
Okay.
terrified.
And you've got a stamina of 3.
3. Resolve of 4.
All right. Korosek, Monos, and Whist take 1 level of damage from the
Fuck.
environmental effect. Kaz takes 2.
So
Wait.
what do we rate this as?
Wait.
It's just boxes that you mark off down there at the bottom on those like
Well, you
negative
start
zeros.
getting penalties as they start hiking.
So we just write like,
Just like mark it off. Just a little checkbox.
oh god.
Because AoE, flame, and fire effect, and I happen to know that none of you have immunity to everything technique. because I looked at your sheets.
So we just
I
mark
can't use
one
a
off
charm
there.
right now, can
Okay.
I?
It's not a unless you have a charm that allows you to uniformly dodge
Not
environmental
yet.
damage.
Not yet.
I have dodge.
Actually,
I have dodge
well, I
things.
do have food gathering exercise, which protects me from environmental damage.
Yes, but that's of a different kind of environmental damage. That's like not meteors so much as I'm cold.
What about
That's-
reflex
that's
sidestep
outside
technique?
of planet.
Not
environment.
useful. No.
Read in the wind?
Nope, not useful.
Okay.
I will tell you if you have those charms, and I know you don't.
Magically
Because I made-
dodging everything?
Can monkey
Unless
leap
you can,
technique
unless you can parry a volcano, which I know none of you can, we're fucked.
This would be
I've done it
lethal damage.
before.
I have a volcano written down for Perry,
Okay.
so
We go back to the top. Soam, having been thrown, has rolled through the lava and gets up, brushing it off as though it were nothing. And she makes a decision at this point. She looks at Monos first, and then she looks at Zarahava. Your friend's got a good grip there.
that she does.
As I'm trembling in fear.
That's
You don't got a grip in that sense.
that is acceptable. I'll see you in a little bit. Smack, and reality tears, and she splits apart into component pieces as reality warps into a dot and then sort of bows outward, and she's no longer there. You can sort of feel that she's still around somehow, though.
Oh, that's spooky.
I just saw this in the craft. I know how this works. This is glamour.
There's some stuff that's going on. Zarahava is next. Your target has disappeared. There is.
So I'm not scared anymore. I'm so I'm so
You're
prideful.
scared of that bird up there.
Okay, yeah, I'm scared of the bird. Okay.
She's like,
Can I do like perception occult to try to?
I'll give you that for free. Wherever she is, she's not in a physical place that you can reach. She is not a valid target right now.
oh, I can talk to her though. She can hear me.
Svara, I do believe that's your name after all. Can you, well, first, can you maybe give us directions or help in any way to assist our friend who is kind of voraciously bleeding right now? And is there anything that we can do while you are trying to figure out where she has gone?
Kind of busy. Doing the Shadowland Circle Necromancy. Gotta do really careful Tai Chi stuff.
Our friend is bleeding
Am I
out.
bleeding?
Can you toss
Am I
us
bleeding out?
anything?
You're
Is there
bleeding
anything
a
you
little
can
bit.
do right
Okay.
now?
Not really. Okay. In my bag over there should be some bandages. That'll help.
I'm honestly pretty fine. I took one thing of damage.
Stabbed in the chest!
I got hit in the chest.
You got like smacked in the chest.
I'm bleeding
Alright,
a
you
little
know what?
bit. But thank you for your concern. Do you want me to take care of that bird up there?
I don't want to look at it, but sure, why
Don't
not?
look. Don't
Don't look away.
I give her my hat so she doesn't get to look up. She can't look up.
And I give it right back because it smells weird.
Yes, it does. Spice.
You could rush
Oh.
them. You could rush the Mistress of Assassins. You could activate Terrifying Apparition of Glory.
Wait,
Yes.
would this count as ordering a dematerialized spirit to appear?
No, in this
No?
particular
Okay.
case, because it's an exalt and it's not dematerialized, it's ceasing to exist. Much in the same way that Svara can cease to exist for a period of time. Or you.
But terrifying apparition of glory would.
That would penalize everything that wants to fight you and probably make most of it run away.
I don't want it. I just want it to reappear. Though.
Okay. Well, what you could do is you can either attack the Mistress Assassin or just hang out.
No, I can't look at the birds because
You can't look at the one bird. The one bird. Is
But you can make the
scary.
thing that scares you go away.
Yeah, I do things that scare me all the time.
Grab
Like going
some
online.
bandages. Toss them to Monos because apparently he doesn't appreciate me looking after his well-being. And
I just put them in my pockets.
It's a lot. It's a lot of motes, though. It's a lot of motes.
It is a lot of money. So it may be not worth
I
it.
feel because
If you want to hold on, we can
I
come
know,
back to
yeah,
you.
because I know they're like people with ranged abilities
Yeah.
that mayhaps could take care of the scary birds, and maybe she will. I don't want to spend that many motes, but I will toss you some bandages, even though apparently you don't need them.
I literally just put them in my pocket.
Next up is Cindeline once again. She hurls the blades into the air and is suddenly at Kaz's side and will try and grapple him, grabbing a hold of his body and wrestling him to the ground.
Don't do that.
I mean, Shokan's going to have something to say about that.
Oh yeah, he's gonna.
Do you just exclaim, "Don't do that" while she's doing it?
No, yes, that was in character.
Don't do that.
Stop.
You have a parry of 4, yeah?
Yes.
She will successfully grab you. Roll an opposed strength, and for you, athletics.
Strength and athletics.
Because that's higher than your brawl, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, she got 8. As you roll over, she picks you up and begins to choke you unconscious.
Oh, I hate grapples.
Good night.
I hate grapples.
Shokan, at this point, is very angry and will try and bite her in the leg.
Yes, and yes.
As pups
She's a
do.
god.
As pups do. Yeah, but he's a pup.
She's got to roll that again.
He's Airbud though.
She does not drop you, but she almost does, as Shokan latches onto her hip and begins thrashing his head around, causing both of you to go, thud, thud, thud.
It's like that scene in Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Just like that
Joe
scene in
versus the
Avengers.
pumpkin.
I love it. Joey's the pumpkin.
Ooh.
Me and Sally are just having a good time here.
Joe versus the pumpkin. That's it.
Korosek,
So-
as springing up the hill, as
Is there a
Zarahov is
Garuda?
weaving.
Is there a Garuda up there?
Yes.
Okay.
There are 2.
With stock,
We're the worst.
yeah. Where I'm trying to go, since I'm assuming that's one of the nodes. I had Stalker Wolf attitude, so I get extra initiative equal to the successes of my roll.
Yep.
So how much more initiative do I have? I'm just gonna ambush that Garuda up there.
All right. That
And-
Garuda you're going to be looking at, your original initiative was
10. Oh, I rolled what, 6? So it was 10.
Mhm.
I'm assuming I'm gonna have Wood Dragons. You want me to weave that spell now? While jumping up there. That would have been
technically,
retro.
you know, you
Would've
were
had
just
it.
moving.
Mhm.
I forget if you had them out at the last games, but I'm going to give them to you because it's your control spell.
Okay. Cool.
'Cause-
I'm gonna ambush this fucking bird up there.
All right, is this a decisive or withering attack?
I'm gonna go for decisive
All right,
because I need it to go away. I should have watched my back on this one. Okay,
Sure.
So what do I roll?
that would be a melee attack.
So
just a standard martial arts plus dex.
Can I up it whenever I want?
You
However I
can
want?
with excellencies, yes.
2, 3, and oh wait, that would have just been returned anyway to my pool. So I'm just gonna say that I have that.
Yep,
And
that's
5
good by me.
extra.
The Garuda bird is maintaining a spell of some variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's like holding its hands in a mudra to maintain this elemental vortex spell that's going on.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You will hit. Now, with your bonus successes, you will roll 16 dice. Because it doesn't have a whole lot of armor, and its hardness definitely can't stop your Wood Dragon's claws.
16.
Mhm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, with 7, you knock about half of its hit points off
Yes.
and cause it to stagger, wing folding in as it spirals down and banks off of a building, tearing some chunks out.
It's like floating around, right?
yeah.
So it's that prowling cat thing, and it's just like the leap straight up its side and up its back.
The
Like,
But now you're visible.
I know. It's fine.
That's going to drop you back to 3, but that Garuda bird is got 7 levels of damage, and that's
Was
terrible.
that the terrifying one?
No, the terrifying one is in the middle and is going on 7 rather than 5.
Isn't it?
So yeah, does Zarahava want to unhold her action since Kaz is now being grappled and choked out?
can I vicious lunge now?
Yes, you certainly
Okay,
can.
yeah. So now I'm gonna vicious lunge.
All right,
All right. So
give me that same roll. And this is where you start to see that Solars with Brawl are really good at grappling.
that was.
The value on the far right of your weapon.
So that was
12, I believe.
Oh, okay. Oh. So that was 12.
And oh yeah, that's right. You're better at hurting things that are that have an overwhelming problem. So yeah, this is even easier for you because of your other charms, like ferocious jab.
It's a ferocious jazz.
That's what.
I like the jazz
Whoa,
hands.
Jazz, whoa, calm
Like
down.
this.
6 again.
All right. Would you like to describe for me how you wrest him out of her arms and then grapple her to the ground?
So I go straight. I rush from my point in a very dramatic anime style, slow motion, knee forward, outwards, single hand, and immediately grasp her by the throat and pull her back down and straight into the ground and foot on my back. I roll.
Cool. You've got her with the claws out. You're now currently one of the fastest and most combat-ready people in this, and so if you choose to do damage to her next round, bad things will probably happen to her face. Whisk, whipping the rope dart around, trying to protect Svara while she weaves her necromancy.
How far are the other gods and elementals from her right now?
Fairly far. The garter birds are up in the air. The other ones still have a couple of, like, a range band to close. They are lesser gods. They're like Essence 1.
If I disrupt one node, does it kind of make everything unstable?
Yes!
Good.
Which is both good and bad.
I know. But I'm really mad she's cheating.
Oh, that's what she does.
I know, and I'm mad. She can cheat fine on her own. You didn't fucking bring the rest of the elements here and a god.
Do I actually have to spend modes to get the bonfire?
Yeah, you would have to spend some motes to do that.
Okay.
But if you do, if you want to use other charms, that'll just count for
I just
it.
might do that. I'm gonna actually go forward a half range band just so I can get within reach of my thing, with still being close to
Sure, yeah, because you
Svara.
can whip the rope dart back and forth.
I'm gonna spin it extra fast and try to aim, and then do back spin kick.
Okay.
And I am going to use Excellency Strike, and I'm also going to Excellency Strike is
2 motes? Is it 2
It's
motes?
2
or
motes.
3? Yeah.
And I'm going to also spend 5 Excellency for my melee roll, which gives me 18 to spend.
And who are you kicking that at?
The Mistress.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, she's also grappled.
Yep.
This is going to be really fun.
That's everything but 2.
So give me a roll on that.
All right, this is going to take 2 hands.
Oh, did I do 3+ levels of damage?
Yes.
I activate Tiger Form reflexively.
So
Sorry.
briefly, as
Tiger form.
the garter bird was toppling to the ground, as Korosek ripped into it with her claws, she lands and erupts as her anima banner flares outwards and takes on the
three barking
aspect of the
crows.
tiger.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find Excellency Strike really quick. That's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Sorry,
5, 6,
new
7, 8.
things.
Reroll
9,
ones, extra success.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Wow.
14, 15, oh no, that's not, 14 successes.
Okay. What's the damage on that on your sheet in parentheses?
15.
15. All right. So, roll 22 dice.
Should I even try to do Fire and Stone?
I mean, if you want to really crash the hell out of her and put her at Zara's mercy, yes.
Why, yes, I do.
I forgot.
I've
about
spent a total of 24 motes at this point.
Bonfire erupting around him, golden light spewing in all directions.
And 5 hardness.
And 5 hardness.
That's the only point. So you said 22 plus
Yes.
another... Oh, no, they just give you bonus damage for those.
While you roll that,
So many dice.
I'll get back to you in a minute. Svara, give me a necromancy roll. Kaz, picking yourself up off the ground, what are you going to do?
Okay, so how far am I from the spooky bird?
You're directly underneath it. You're in short range.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna shoot it. Like, real good. So,
If you think
let's see
this
how
makes
this
up for
looks.
before, then yeah, kind of. It's helping.
gonna
It's
shoot you,
helping.
alright, so... I'm not loving it. I got...
Remember, you can add dice for your excellencies. You can up to double your pool.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I figured I should remind you of that.
Yeah.
So yes, there are so many dice unspeakably.
For specialties?
Specialties give you an extra die.
Oh, that's just one, yeah.
Yep. And the excellency, every mote that you spend gives you an extra die.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go nuts. I'm going to go nuts on it.
Yeah, you should. All right, how much did you get, AJ?
I'm still going.
All right.
I still have
We'll do
another
a
5 to
recap
roll.
here after we're done.
The extra ones didn't actually give me any. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8, all right.
You gotta be kidding me. 4. I just spent so many. I spent like 8 motes.
Oh my
Well, that
god.
does
If I
hit.
get a hit-
It's only got an evasion of 4.
If
so
I get an arrow right now, I
So what's Zara's actually thinking?
Oh wait, no,
about.
there is a
Like,
0 in there. So that's 6.
yeah, it's
Literally, you're just like on the floor choking out.
Yeah, it's
I
got a-
swear to God.
it's
if I
got an
get
evasion of
hit by
4,
an
so-
arrow
swear
right
to all of us if I get
all
hit.
of
I
us.
swear to her.
I swear to all of us.
so
if I
as far
get
as you
hit
get
right now.
10. All right. So real quick recap as we come back around to Andy. At the start of this round, Soam disappeared as though she ceased to exist. Monos will be going at this point
Yeah.
too if he wishes to do anything
Yes.
in particular. She ceased to exist with a taunt. Korosek dealt a truly horrific amount of damage to a god, toppling it from the sky and cracking a building. Zarahava rushed forward to grapple another god, pinning her to the ground so that Kaz became free, and wrapping her arms and legs around this god as though it were no big deal to,
Indeed.
just really ruin this Mistress of Assassins day. Whist spun his rope dart around and struck the god that Zarahava had been holding, crashing her entirely. I'm sorry, not quite crashing her entirely.
Do I have your attention yet?
You do have her attention, yes. And the other Garter birds continue maintaining their spell as Svara finishes her spell and ghostly limbs erupt from everything within a many-yard radius and begin grasping and pinning things down that are not you. For instance, the Garter bird that just fell is now
good.
now has to resist being grappled by ghostly hands that will still grapple it even if it becomes incorporeal, because they can grab gods too. And Kaz firing the arrow straight into the air. How many total did you get?
6.
6. All right, so that's 2. What is the overwhelming on your bow? What's the total damage, rather?
3. Total damage is 13. Overwhelming is 3.
13, okay. Just wanted to check there. Roll 8 dice.
Wow.
And Monos, Cindeline is grappled by Zara and has just been struck in the chest with a rope dart and is thrashing around.
Now, Righteous Devil form is still intact,
Yeah,
so
it's-
people are scared.
Yep.
I
You can get reflexive aim actions on everything currently visible.
I set up crisscross applesauce and put my guns to my side, and I dust myself off a little bit. Who here is scared of me?
No one's going to answer, but you know who's scared of you.
I
It's
do.
everybody.
I do. So, I pick up my flame pieces, my new hot and fresh flame pieces.
Sounds like a pizza.
Fresh out the kitchen.
And because it's reflexive aim, so it just aims in.
Yep.
So I just spin in a circle and start pulling triggers.
All right.
Oh
Did
my
you want to activate that archery
I
charm?
would love to.
All right. What is your dex?
My dex is 4.
All right. From your position, you can fire at one of the Garter birds twice and Cindeline twice.
Ooh, yes, let's do that.
All right.
Is he just doing a Reaper?
Yeah. Die.
I'm doing
die,
a Reaper with
die.
a McCree, cross with a McCree right now.
Yep. So those aim actions become automatic extra damage because they're reflexive. If you would like to add more damage, you can do so by spending for Kiss of the Sun concentration.
Ooh, yes, that actually. How much is Kiss of the Sun, by the way?
I believe 1 mote. And because of the second charm, you only have to burn it once because it's the die, die, die Reaper shit going on.
Done.
All right. Now give me an archery and dex. On the bottom where the die pool for your new guns are, it should have the total. I think it's 13.
No, I lost one. It's 13. Well, yeah, the old guns. I think it's the same thing. Wait, what's Requiem and... Okay, no. So
That's
13.
your Requiem and Dust is your new gun pair.
Okay, so there's no... I don't have a parentheses, but it says 16 there.
Yeah, roll 16 dice then.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry, roll 13 dice.
Oh my god.
Brief math
I
problem.
lost my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10?
13.
13. That's less than what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Rerolls, 2 zeros count as 2.
10s count as 2.
2, 4.
I kind of want to make custom exalted
6.
dice, so I can just instantly see
Wait.
success.
8.
This is zeros the whole way down.
How many successes did Kaz
Smiley
get?
face,
I
smiley
got
face, when it
7.
comes up.
Oh,
I got 11.
Like the zeros.
Okay.
I got 11. I got 11.
That's
Out of
good.
what?
Feels good, doesn't it?
As he just begins to burn everything around him, just roll
Twos.
6 dice 4 times. 10s do not count as 2.
Okay.
Ooh. Assassination.
Yep.
So 6 dice 4 times?
Yep.
So what do 10s count as? Just zeros?
Just a single success.
Okay. 2.
Uh-huh.
And how many times are we supposed to roll?
Actually, roll 6 dice twice and 3 dice twice.
Oh god.
Because the garter birds have some resistance. Because they're big fire creatures and all.
2.
So it was
Big
2
fire
and 2?
creature.
Yes, and then the 3 one. None.
None
Lightning
and...
and fire are not the
Roll it again.
Oh. 2.
All right. One of those garter birds takes 2 levels of bashing damage from the fire
Aw.
as it sort of like takes a note of you. Now you have its attention. And Cindeline is burned slightly as well due to just flame dancing across her chest and whatnot. Svara has erupted the...
What did I do?
You shot the bird directly up above.
Oh, I got it?
Yeah, you got him.
really
He
did?
was doing decisive damage, like actual bloody damage. You were trying to like knock him off balance so that you could finish him. But you are now going very fast. So, garter birds, you're going to get a lightning bolt from heaven.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the best kind.
Your dodge, sir, or your evasion.
Bottom right.
5.
All right, it misses as the lightning bolt erupts into the sand and dust beside you, throwing rocks every which way.
Like me
spit
playing
dust out of my
Pikachu and
mouth.
Smash.
One of the garter birds is going to swoop down and try and murder Korosek.
Right at him.
Your evasion or parry?
Evasion is 5.
Miss.
Yes.
The one that's on the ground will try and break out of the ghostly grasp that has it bound, and will utterly fail to do so as it wrestles around on the ground, ghostly arms giving it big hugs, forcing it into...
Oh, meditation position. They need to think about that.
Yeah, her ghostly
So
hands
is
will
this
force
like
you to
this?
meditate.
Just like
Yep. They've got to meditate on
With
all
little
of their
chicken legs.
so I'm just. Oh, is this like a rotisserie?
And we
Oh,
go
sorry.
back to the top, at the very top of the order, Zarahava holding Cendaline with a lot of initiative and the ability to murder the crap out of her if she so chooses.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and release that ferocious jab, mid-hold, straight into her jugular. As long as I'm there, just we have bigger fish to fry. We truly do, and this is
Ask about
simply
the
this is simply mini boss as
Fair
far
enough.
as I'm concerned.
Ask about her
so-
boss.
No,
Or two
no,
bosses.
No, just
no.
Okay.
Her boss will be.
she tapped.
May I make a
She's- I'm-
suggestion? Spend the 7 motes for Heaven Thunderhammer as well. That's the one that
Okay.
that knocks people through houses.
But I mean, I have her on the ground, right?
But if you deal damage to her, she'll be out of the grapple anyway, unless you want to slowly choke her to death.
I wouldn't do any damage if she was
Wait,
harmless to me.
okay. Can I like vicious lunge and then also hold? Can I or
Yeah.
not vicious ferocious jab?
No, basically, it's just a crush where you like start to do damage by ripping her apart slowly.
I can't just like I can't jab and then keep on squeezing.
Unfortunately, not.
You've been watching a lot of wrestling.
Actually, no. Wait, yeah, you can. That's the one that gives you bonuses if somebody has less initiative than you, right? Yeah, you can do that.
Our topic ends.
Ferocious jab is supplements physical strike and adds number of dice.
Yeah.
Yes, can I do that?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
So
Sure.
as I'm holding her, yes, my claw artifact weapon right to the jugular. Wait, no, then I don't want to continue squeezing her there though, because then that could also like cut off the bleed. Oh man.
It's a good question. I mean, she's a god. You know you can't kill her normally. So, think on that real quick. At the same time, Whist is going.
Shoot. How far up is
you and Zara are basically facing off over this fountain of lava, with the Garda bird swooping down to blast Monos overhead.
Is it possible for me to use a warp dart as a rope and actually
Yes.
try to tie it around its leg?
Yeah, it has entangling.
I'm gonna do such.
All right, give me a roll on that. It is at this point that behind Monos, space-time ripples.
No, King's made my decision. Like,
This is all happening on exactly the same time. It's just that I thought that Zara had the most dramatic positioning for that. Monos is receiving 2 attacks.
Oof.
And she will be spending a total of 8 motes from her dissonance pool.
Whew.
1, 2, 3, 4. With 10 successes, definitely beating Monos's his defense. Stepping directly in with her Diclave, the White Star, knocking him off balance. Hopefully, your final soak is 8, I think.
Yes.
All right, cool. With 9 successes, she hammers Monos back against a rock, spinning him off balance, and steps through with a double-handed slash across the guts. Decisive attack on the second one. This is boring me.
bet you wish you had those band-aids now, right?
He still has some.
He threw them.
This-
No, he threw them aside.
No, he put it
No, I
in
put them in
his
my pocket. You didn't listen. No, I put them in my pocket. I said that 3 times. Anyway, I just got sliced in the stomach.
In character. It probably
Sorry,
is.
so I'm sorry this is boring. So, I'm gonna take a little blood. That's
Yeah, there's
forming.
that dramatic point while she steps in real close.
I take a little of the blood and I put it on the rock neck that I'm pushed up against. You remember when you came to me? You were 9 and you skinned your knee on a rock. You cried. Do you remember that? Is there any of you still there? I got a bandage. Just
There's enough. This was all for you, you know.
what good am I to you, dead?
I'm not trying to kill you.
You're doing a good job.
I have to show you what we're made of. Grind. So, how many health levels does Monos have there?
I don't even know what that means.
Let me see your sheet real quick. No, he's got more than that.
I do have.
He's got some ox body.
I'm pretty.
I
I
have
made
no
myself.
idea.
Body,
Yeah,
right?
I knew because I'm bad. I don't know the combat very well. So
Yeah, I don't know.
She has
Yeah.
done exactly enough to incapacitate Monos as his guts spill out across the ground.
Like guts?
Yeah. And she elbows his bleeding body to the side. Now that doesn't mean that you're dead. It means that you will die eventually from blood loss, but you are a solar exalt, which means it's going to take quite a while to die from blood loss. But better make sure that she's not around to finish the job if you piss her off. And she resets the sword as her initiative drops back to 3.
Oof.
Now, that may change what Zara's doing, since there is now a woman right next to Zara.
Well,
Imagine-
but I'm this close to taking her out anyway.
True.
So yes, I will Heaven Thunder Hammer straight into her jugular and pull as I am going in, ripping or attempting to rip her throat out of rip her trachea out of her neck.
Excellent. Give me a brawl and
Beyond
dex,
her,
and
so.
Whist is
I was doing the entangling on the Garuda. I got 9.
9. You successfully entangle that Garuda and yank it out of the air as it's trying to swoop away from Monos' dying body.
Down on it.
Oh,
Um,
I thought it was
Slamming
a
it
different
down into the ground. Roll a d10.
D10.
'Cause now I'm angry.
1.
It lands in the lava, which doesn't seem to hurt it, but it does make it harder for it to get out of the entanglement because lava is heavy. It's molten rock. Its wings flapping around.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you wanted to body slam it. Or else I
That's
would.
fine, that's fine, that's fine. I have another degree to deal with.
Yes, you do. And that's going to drop him down into an entangled land.
3.
3. That is successful given her her penalty from everything else. And now you're going to roll. I'm sorry, I can't see things. Okay, you're going to roll 16 dice. This is going to be interesting. You've got. Did you have keen hearing up at the end of last game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear when Soam is about to appear.
Oh,
Yeah.
that- yes.
You just didn't. You weren't acting
Yes.
fast enough.
What does it sound like exactly?
It's a tearing noise. It's a tearing and a ringing of chimes. Also, as she slashes Monos, her body splits apart into about 50 different pieces that are held together with strings of light, and her center body is simply this starry, warped outline that bends space-time around it. And all of the pieces of her flesh you can see from every possible angle.
It's like some Soul Calibur shit.
Yep.
8.
All right, as Zara hurls Cindeline backwards, grabs her throat, and then hammers her fist into Cindeline's head, Cindeline flies backwards by about 100 feet, shattering several boulders as her body is pile-driven through them, skipping across lava, and roll a d10.
Just 1?
Just one. It's just really, where does she land?
1, I guess. Yeah,
Landing
yeah.
in lava. And
you on top of it,
how many
Luna?
total successes did you get on that?
On the 6 out of 16, 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, she shrieks and burns and disappears into a cloud of smoke as the lava deals the final health levels of her track.
First kill goes to Zara.
Yeah. And it's a god as well.
She wasn't nice to my friend.
Svara has finished her spell. The grasping hands are now holding down both the Garda birds that have fallen and are slowing down Soam.
Oh.
Nice.
Good.
Because she broke it, but it will always slow you down. What do you want to do?
Okay. Given the fact that I sympathize with Soam's cause to an extent, but see that sort of like her desire has gotten completely out of control and is causing more suffering, and I know a little bit about constellations and I don't like what I'm seeing inside of her. I'm actually very, very uncomfortable
It's
with that.
really, really wrong.
Yes.
All of the things that are happening to her body are really, really wrong.
And I recognize that she, through maybe a form of compassion, has distorted herself beyond repair, and so I'm gonna try to cast that hungry, creeping shadow.
Nice. Give me a roll on that. Pro tip. You probably want to blow all 10 of your motes that you can to make that happen in one round.
Yeah.
As Svara begins to weave the spell, Kaz, who has yet to go.
Yes. I got a bird coming.
Yeah, you had a bird coming down, and it's one of those, I skipped you because the bird's kind of in lava, and you don't want to be in the floor as lava yet.
Yeah. No.
I'm assuming that Whist
I
is
don't
like
like
hauling
that.
it out of
Yeah.
the lava. You can hear with keen hearing Soam lean over to the bleeding Monos and say, "You didn't think this was about you. We had to get you out of Hermopolis. Silly boy."
Okay. And am I able to get over there basically all in one move if I have fleet of foot?
Yes, with fleet of foot or by hopping on Shokan. Humping on Shokan. Please don't do that. You're
thank
not
God.
saying the
No
right things
fan
about
art.
my
I
butt.
was-
Don't submit that fan art.
Going
Don't
to
do
let
it.
that go, but you know
I
what?
know.
I was
Poop stick.
Actually, can Shokan get over there faster than I can?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have Shokan run over there? Try to like get at her ankle. And then if that counts as a distraction,
Yes, you want to have him distract.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's a good call.
like basically a distracting attack.
Well, that's what a distract is. It's a feint, essentially. And that's perfect wolf pack tactics, too. Shokan rolled very well. He's a good dog.
Yes, he
All dogs are good dogs.
Yes, he
All dogs are
All
good
tricks
dogs.
are good tricks. They get
All dogs
bacon
go to
for
good
all
dogs.
Of them.
Damn straight.
Some raises her, raises her hand to ward Shokan away, and enacts. Wait, what's the name of that charm? It is distance manipulating warp. As Shokan bites at her leg, she's suddenly standing next to Kaz as if like nothing had ever happened.
What?
Not next to like immediately, but it's like she just shifted distance. However, the distract worked.
Okay.
So you immediately go.
Okay. Well, now I don't even have to use blood without balance because if she's that close.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but
Put those back.
I rolled to see which direction she'd go. So.
Now it's like we're best friends. I got a 2.
You got a 2.
A 2.
2?
I'm just hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna spend more modes. Yes, you are. You've got all of those.
Do you
freaking
see how
modes.
little's on mine?
Okay.
Remember, every round you gain 5 back. It's just
I
that
don't
you've been
want
very
our
stingy with
friends
them.
to die. It doesn't matter now. They're literally gods everywhere.
We can be. I am literally on fire right now.
Stop doing that.
I don't have my organs anymore. They're
Sure you
gone.
do. They're just over there.
There's like
Oh,
a
wow.
purple
Chef
aura
House,
that
stay away
also
from them.
erupted from the cliffside too.
Andy, you are off camera.
6.
All right, you hit then. Now,
I'm back.
because of that, gonna deal. She has got a hardness of a lot, but not so much that you can't pierce it.
Good.
She reflexively raises her hardness from 7 to 13, but since you have currently 15 initiative, you penetrate the hardness with your arrow. Give me a roll of 15 dice. 10s don't count as 2. Whoo! How much you get?
17.
17. With one fell swoop, Svara rips a shadow out of the ground of Soam that splits out of that shadowy warping, but is inverted somehow in the color and light.
I don't do this with joy.
And it raises its shadowy diclave, facing off with her.
Can I also have given the Nephrak and the ghost things to do?
My current actions for the Nephrax and the ghosts is all of those minor piddly things are getting murderized.
Okay.
Because I've just kept all of the minor piddly things from going, we're going to climb on you and eat your hair.
All right, wonderful, wonderful.
7.
7. All right. You deal 7 damage to Soam.
It's not necessarily a good thing.
7. Wow, that is more than half of her health out in one arrow shot. Boom.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
Cass? I just imagine you just.
I just got blood on my hands.
All right.
It like flicks into my face. Oh.
And Whist has hauled the Garda bird out of the lava. Korasak.
Hesha's up with there with
Yep,
me, right?
Hesha is-
I am going to do Striking Fury Claws, leap over the Garuda, grab, do a Withering attack, leave it open for Hesha to finish it off.
Cool. Give me a quick roll on that. Hesha will make her.
Is it a 13, the weapon
Yep,
damage
that is
for
correct.
my, okay.
Hesha will add some dice because she's got excellencies for murder.
Yay, I'm letting her have fun with the bird. 1, 2,
Paw,
3,
paw,
4,
paw.
5, 6, 7, 8.
That is successful.
8 Withering. for
Yep,
that one.
that would be
And-
weapon damage -2.
Weapon damage, so 10. Also, it says here, Striking Fury Claws converts up to strength. Extra successes that would be added to the raw damage,
Cool.
by the way.
So yeah, you've got.
I have 2 strength.
Okay,
But
that's.
still, it's enough, because it's extra.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
4, yes.
Cool. That will knock it down a great deal, and Hesha will try and step in for the final killing blow. Hesha's going reasonably quickly.
Yes. Beautiful cat.
Tyler, you said we get 5 modes back after each round?
Yep.
Wow.
Hesha steps in and chomps on its head, plants both paws, and then tears the head free as the Garda bird disappears into a cloud of smoke and flame. And that leaves us with one Garda bird toppled by Wist's rope dart, tied up in between Kaz, a dying Monos, Zarahava, and Svara in the distance, who has summoned a shadowy demon reflection of Soam. Soam's demon reflection gets to roll into initiative as Korosek rips one of the Garderbirds apart, and the ground itself shudders as part of the spell begins to destabilize, which is causing all of the hot lava and things to occur.
What?
Whoops.
Unexpected things will be happening.
See, I thought I had to just counterspell the actual thing, but I guess they're casting this.
So it's a special. It's not
They're
really a
attached,
spell. It is a sorcerer's effect that is unique
Still
to them.
cheating. Gonna go. So I'm gonna assume that Soam doesn't know I'm there.
You're a fair ways away, so that seems reasonable.
Cool. I'd like a surprise attack.
Unless you can charge from long range, you're not going to be able
No,
to get
but
to
I'm
it.
gonna sneak.
Okay, cool. That's
I will roll stealth.
good
and,
to know.
Stealth and what else to get it.
And on 19, Whist is going first because he has done no decisive attacks.
Which I'm going to do right now.
Save
Who are
it
you
up.
going to do it on?
I am going to be doing it on a Garuda, and exactly how is I'm going to whip the chain around, and as it does, the end of the fencing splits into a T shape
All right.
to decapitate.
Oh, snap, snap. Murderous guillotine. Give me a standard melee and dex.
I'm up to
The
excellence.
next fastest person is...
Excellency is only for withering, or is it that do?
You can do excellencies on anything.
Anything.
It's just that extra successes don't count for decisive damage.
Yeah, I'm going to have to also take Fire and Stone with it.
That's a good plan. So the next fastest individual as he is rolling that is going to be the Shadow Double.
6.
The Shadow Double steps in and hammers the Diclave down into Soam's shoulder, who gets knocked to a knee. Soam is crashed.
We crashed her?
The Shadow Double did,
Crash.
as she is knocked off balance and reeling. If Monos would like,
Sweet.
he can spend a willpower and take an action despite being incapacitated.
I would like to do that.
I thought you might. And since it's dramatically appropriate, I'm going to let it happen now.
Now, real question? What is my range of movement at this point?
Crawling.
Crawling.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use a willpower and I will
Not great.
I'll cover my gun in my own blood and crawl over to Soam, screaming her name.
That's spooky.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a 2-die stunt. That's for damn sure.
So what do I do?
All right, that would be a firearms type attack. It's just a martial arts and dex.
Okay, martial arts and dex.
Yep. I'm assuming you're going to try and kill it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if I do it, I would like to talk about how I do it.
Crashing, by the way, is when somebody is knocked so far into low initiative that they can't take most of their defensive actions, and their hardness doesn't count. The thing that says, oh, you can't nickel and dime me with little knife strikes. Currently, she can't do that. So, 4. That is a successful hit with her being knocked off balance and having been brutalized several times. Roll 3 dice.
Do zeros count as double?
No, they do not.
2.
She will spend
Oh, she's gonna do
a
the thing?
mote or 8 motes and a willpower to cease to exist as you launch the flame into her face,
Of course.
burning away what flesh should be there, and it's being burned away in those hovering spaces, even though the flame is being dissolved into this shadowy nothingness. There was a sudden ringing noise as that was her perfect defense, mind you. There's a sudden ringing noise as the spell itself shatters. The lava suddenly ceases to exist, and the Garderbirds are now looking around like, huh? Immediately as you...
6.
Was that to hit?
To hit, yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Hold on, we're just
6
gonna...
out of 20. I rolled 20 dice. And I got
Oh,
6.
that was the damage.
No, that was to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then...
I whiffed once. I whiffed many times. I had 23 initiative once and whiffed.
I might hit still. Maybe.
No, you are. You probably will.
You badly mangle the garter bird's face as it comes to. It sort of looks around and in Old Realm, what's going? Oh God, my eyes!
Oh. Are we out of combat now?
We are now out of combat because her control over the gods has been abated, since she has literally decided to cease to exist for a period of time and rewrite history to keep herself alive.
I'm gonna be really horrified and immediately spend 10 motes to Pokeball it. So it's like,
Garderbird.
oh, it's a god. It's not an
No, it's an
elemental.
elemental, yeah. Garderbird has an essence
Good
of.
idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's got a. I didn't write down its essence. Oh no, you can't. Essence
You can't.
4.
I'm sorry.
The Garderbirds are looking around, very, very confused. Monos is bleeding out on the ground, and the Garderbird that has just swooped down from the corner is looking at Zarahava like, "Please don't punch me in the same way that you punched that other god." With shattered boulders, vaguely humanoid shapes.
Is there any trace of the mistress at this point?
No, because when gods disappear, they have to reform in their sanctum. The only way to kill them permanently is to either destroy their sanctum and then just whittle them down, or use ghost eating technique, which you can get because you're solars.
Oh, yum 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 yum.
Nom 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 nom.
Dr. No Name?
Call back to before.
I'm already on my way over there. So I rush over to Monos. I use pitiless triage judgment to know exactly what I need to do.
His guts came out!
Put them back in. Oh my god.
Perhaps
belong
clean
there.
them before you put them back in.
Right. So
There's
I
way worse in there. It's fine.
basically,
But not with the temple cleaning spell, because that cleans everything.
it's just, it's good because I'm not going to make any mistakes. I'm not going to leave anything inside
true.
of them when I sew them back up, that kind of stuff.
Rockies.
And then I will just use, let me see here, Anointment of Miraculous Health, or,
Yeah.
because for this, Wholeness Restoring Meditation is not exactly right.
No, you'll want to use that at some point, but that's just, that's for later.
Yeah, so Anointment of Miraculous Health.
Okay, Monos passes the fuck out, I'm gonna assume.
When Coruscant gets down there, you just hear her mumble, God, I just want Hesha to sit on her.
Hesha, crunch, crunch, crunch. It tastes like chicken. I like it a lot. Spicy.
Most things taste like chicken.
But this one's spicy. He's got that nice hot flavor like they have down here.
Like
in the
brimstone? Like brimstone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Buffalo Wild Wings, the sponsorship.
Where's the ranch?
Go to the Wild Wings.
All right.
Anna,
Anna, I need you to open a thing here. I don't know where the donations go.
The Tarnations.
Streamlabs.
Donations, not
What
donations.
donations?
Yo, we just fought
say, can I?
4 gods
Yes.
and a really weird monster Somme.
Whatever the fuck she is.
And we survived.
Well,
Ish.
barely.
Well,
I did.
mostly.
Yeah, well.
Oh, we're okay.
What?
Zara was gonna say something.
Oh, yes. Can I terrifying apparition of glory now, since we get our notes back after the break, to rid ourselves of. I enter terrifying apparition of glory into all of the leftover birds. Say, you might want to get the fuck out.
They will take
Now.
that hint and get the fuck out.
Foul.
Foul.
Good. Foul.
Yeah, they
Foul.
fly
Thank you.
off into
So
the
it was a
distance.
quick but important moment of a terrifying apparition.
Yeah, they're gonna go tell their friends, don't fuck with that lady. She will kill the shit out of you.
Don't return. Don't return.
And never return.
With that, we're gonna go on break here
That's what
shortly.
Hesha whispers
But-
as they're flying away.
So it's a kitten.
Yeah,
doing it
it's a
to
cat.
even worse.
And never return.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's so good.
It's so sad.
But there are 2 things that I should note. Back towards the airship, Gwir, who has been looking onward, is just shaking his head like, what a mess that was, like jaw slack. Anshul at his feet, and he's just petting Anshul and occasionally like jingling a little bell on a rope that Anshul is batting at.
You
I
grab
just-
one of the
Probably-
pelican
she-
feathers and
Well,
just tie
surely
it around.
Angela is like worried about her
Yeah.
her man.
How about
I
the
mean, like she's
captain?
got to be like thinking about like
The captain is like this.
She was
she
too
has
far
one of
gone a
those
long time
night-
ago.
The sleep things on is like I'm not saying I don't see it.
No, no.
Nope. Biggest no.
Cool. So,
And she's sober though.
donations. We have a special donation from Leviathan on Wednesday because it came in right when Leviathan wrapped from Bananya, which is $10. Loving the show, Heart Geek Space TV.
Oh,
thank you on behalf of our Leviathan friends, Bananya. And this game, Fractal Eye, $50. Is this where we donate for the running of gnomes and WoW? Sally, it'll be so easy, and it'll be like shooting a fish in a what? This is Exalted? Oh, okay. That's a good cause, too. Thanks for doing this awesome show that makes Fridays better, all.
Fractalite, thank you so much. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Surely not.
For once, I don't have to take the guilt for if you be wee, you better flee, because you know what? They're going to be running anyway tomorrow. That's all I'm saying, all right? They're going to be running anyway.
We got 25 from Grinny, who says, did Tyler say something about riches? I have riches. Now my riches are your riches. Go forth, be of good cheer, and kill the hell out of that soam of a bitch.
Oh,
nice.
Levi, 7.62, donated $50. I don't know how much engineered coconuts cost, but surely this could get you one or two.
Need some high-grade organic coconuts.
Yeah. Paladin had 5.69. Wow, that was Soam Battle. I don't actually know. I wrote this before the show started. Hi, everybody. We got $10 from X Diana Moon. X lurker that caught up on the EPs. Love everything and everyone about this show and TV overall. Would love some positive energy as taking my father to the hospital.
Oh.
Keep creating positive entertainment, and thank you for the light in the dark. My heart goes out to you. That's a terrible thing. I hope your father is okay. Let us know. Tempest D with $50. Holy shit on a shingle. Tyler DMing makes me tingle. Aria, Andy, and AJ Bolden, along with Steph, Sally, and Marcus are golden. To old friends and new, sharing a game for us all to view, I say thank you. That was nice. That was real nice.
I love that.
Who is that?
That was Tempest_D.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tempest D.
Yeah.
The Unspeakable with $5. I give Copper Scribe 3 limit breaks until he makes it become an autocratic despotism with him as God King. That is a very reasonable assumption. Very reasonable. And so far, I'm really pleased to note that none of my players in this game have gotten limit because none of them have broken their intimacies. They've all held to them, which is phenomenal and totally unlike the Sunday game, where in one exchange, Claudia built like 7 out of 10 limit.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iridansk, $5. You are all awesome. Love the show every week. Good luck with combat, all. Yay for elementals in combat. BP Phantom, $10. One god down. Any other pissant fuckwads want some? That's what I thought.
All right.
Damn, BP, getting in there. And $10 from Ad King, Requiem and Dust. Let's hope that's not a final song for Monos. He's got a few drinks, assuming he's got the guts for it.
Nice.
Ouch.
So real quick, because Sky
so
Shield
good,
Pony
That was good.
was curious about limit break. In Exalted, every Exalt has a particular curse that was levied on them by the old gods to act in excess. And if Exalted, being great heroes of great passions, go against the things that drive them, they start to go a little crazy until they freak out and launch into this excess for a while. So, for instance, if Korosek were to, or rather, let's say if Svara decided that she wanted to let people suffer rather than try and end it, then she would begin gaining limit. And if she got to the top, she might go on a rampage where she engages in wanton cruelty, harming the most vulnerable. Or she might sit in a corner and sob and be unable to do anything for a couple of days. That's limit break.
Or if I decided to steal the entire fulcrum and use it for myself.
Yes. So
Steal the entire thing. Because...
Don't do that, though.
Why?
Or do it. I mean, I don't really care.
we will be back at let's say 8:10. We'll be back because that will give me time to pee and get some more water. You should do the same, although probably not in my bathroom or with my water. Also because that ruins space time. So we will see you at 8:10. Take a break.
Whoa.
Don't pee in
Whoa.
All the
Tyler's
viewers are actually in
water,
the
guys.
bathroom right now.
Don't
Anyway,
break the universe.
see you in a few.
Bye.